Now that we have our power-up collectible working, let's go ahead and create a cooldown system. So after collecting this triple shot, the ability to triple shot will go away after, say, 5 to 10 seconds. How do we do that? Wouldn't it be amazing if Unity had a way to simply say, wait 5 seconds or however many seconds, and then perform an action? Well, you're in luck. They do. It's called a coroutine. A coroutine allows us to delay time in seconds and then perform an action. So for example, we can award a power-up, wait 5 seconds, and then set that bool back to false so that our power-up goes away, literally within 3 lines of code. So what is a coroutine? Alrighty, click on the coroutine. So description, a coroutine is a function that can suspend its execution, in parentheses, yield, until the given yield instruction finishes. Here's an example. We use what's called an IE numerator, which allows us the ability to use this keyword right here, yield. So for instance, in this IE numerator, wait and print method, all we're doing here is we're suspending execution for 5 seconds using yield, return, new, wait for seconds. This line right here will literally just let the game continue and not continue on in this code for 5 seconds. After 5 seconds has passed, then it will do whatever line is below it. So we're going to use this to turn off our power up. So let's head over to the player. Let's go ahead and create a method called, let's call it IE numerator. Right? So the IE numerator is required for a coroutine. We're going to call it IE numerator. Let's go ahead and say triple shot power down routine. So triple shot power down routine. All right, this is going to be a coroutine that's basically going to say, hey, we enabled the triple shot. Now what we want to do is say yield return. We're going to say yield return, new, wait for seconds, and open a parenthesis, and you can specify how many seconds do we want to wait. Let's go ahead and make it wait about 5.0 f. So 5 seconds. And then immediately after 5 seconds, what are we going to do? We're going to say triple shot equals false. So can triple shot is now false. Now the question is, how do we start this? And if we look at the scripting reference, there's a way to call this method. We can't just call it by triple shot power down routine and initializing that. We actually have to call it doing, let's see. We start this by using something called start coroutine, and then you pass in the name of the coroutine. So there's 2 ways to start a coroutine. This is one of the ways to do it, using a string, but you can also actually just initialize it by the coroutine name, sort of how we initialize any function call. So check this out. When do we want to initialize or start this coroutine? Let's head over to our power up, and let's do it right here. Right before we destroy the object. The reason why you want to do it before and not after is because as soon as this line of code gets called, nothing below it will get called because the object's already destroyed. So what we want to do is we want to go over here and we want to say start coroutine, and we're going to say player dot. And the reason why we have to say player dot is because remember, we're not on the player, we're on the power up. So we want to start the cooldown system of our power up, which means we have to call this method called triple shot power down. So we can say player dot triple shot power down. Now what's the reason we can't see it? Simple. This is a private method. Go ahead and add a public identifier to it. Save your script. Head back over to your power up, and now we can go ahead and type player dot triple shot power down routine. And you can initialize it just like any method. And that will call the coroutine. It will wait 5 seconds, and then it will disable the power up. Let's go ahead and run this and give this a shot. You're going to learn something valuable about how coroutines work. Right now, I'm going to have this triple shot for about 5 seconds, right? Wrong. It's actually going to be indefinitely. The reason for that is because when you destroy an object that was running a coroutine, that coroutine automatically stops, which means it never got to complete the 5 seconds, which means it never got to turn it back to false. So how do we fix that problem? Well, the best solution would be to actually create another method that's going to enable our power up. So let's go ahead and say public void triple shot power up, and we'll call it on. So here we have public void triple shot power up on. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to say can triple shot equals true. And then immediately after that, let's say start coroutine, and we'll call our triple shot routine power down routine. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to call triple shot power up on. Can triple shot get set to true? We're going to call this routine. It's going to wait 5 seconds, and then we're going to set can triple shot back to false. So we just need to hop over to our power up class and make use of this now. So triple power shot up on, head over to your power up, remove it from here, as well as we no longer want to do this, enable triple power shot. We're not going to just enable the variable because now we have a function that's going to enable it for us. So instead, we're going to say player dot power up triple shot power up on, and initialize it because it's a function. So now when we collect our power up, it will check if our player is null, if we found the player, if we hit the player. It will call this method, and that method will turn our triple shot on, and then it will call the routine to power it down after 5 seconds. Save your scripts, head back over to Unity. Let's go ahead and restart it. And now we should be okay. So if we go ahead and just click around for about 5 seconds, you'll notice that it's going to automatically head back to 1, just like that. That's how you create a cooldown system. Coroutines are super awesome. They're also great for any sort of task that requires delays, especially when it comes to cutscenes and creating animation sequences. The abilities and things you can do with coroutines are truly limitless. We'll have more experience with them as we continue developing more power-ups. I'll see you guys in the next section.